all, you just finished up with the 2014 World Championships. Give us a little feedback on what you thought about the tournament. The courses, the layouts, things like that.
The courses are quality. The Milo course and then Blue Lake was just beautiful. The way they had it laid out. Trojan was could have lived without that one, but Milo West and East are always a great one to play. And then the new one, Blue Lake, which I've never played before prior to this tournament. It's pretty fun, and I like that you can birdie every hole, but you can also easily bogey every hole. So that was one of my favorite things about the courses. And my thoughts about the tournament was it was an epic battle. Ulibarri had the lead for most of the tournament. He ended up finishing 4th. Ricky was up there pretty much the whole time also. And Nate and myself were able to sneak up there towards the end and make the final 4. And once the 4 of us got up there, we kind of ran away from the rest of the field. I think going into the semifinals, Nate was in 4th and he had a 9-stroke lead on 5th. So it was pretty secure that the 4 of us were going to make the final 9, and we knew that it was pretty much we could look at a head-to-head battle. The rest of the holes and the whole way through, and the way it finished was one that will probably never be forgotten.
What was going through your head knowing that a lot of the time in the final couple rounds that you were down by anywhere from 4 to 7 strokes?
I don't know, I always seem to be putting myself in a really bad position going into like the back 9 holes, and especially at Blue Lake on Friday. I was back 6 to Ulibarri with 4 holes to play, and he was the current leader at that moment, and I was able to erase 4 strokes in those 4 holes and get within 2 of Ulibarri going into the semifinals, and with the final 9 also. So that was a huge finish for myself. And then the semifinals on Saturday was it was something special. I was playing really good, starting out really well, birdieing a lot of the holes to start. I think I was within 2 of the lead, which was Ricky at the time. Ricky and Yuli might have been tied, but that hole 8, pretty simple hole. I mean, the other 3 2'd it, but I had my first drive, didn't make it in bounds, had to re-tee. The second drive was even worse than the first one, wasn't even close to making it in bounds. And the third one was actually the worst of the 3, but it hit the tree and kicked in bounds. And missed my putt from there, ended up taking a 7, giving up 5 strokes on that one hole. So right then and there I was back 7 strokes with 19 holes to play. And I don't know, I just never thought I was out of it even when I was 7 strokes back. I don't know what it was, but I knew I just had to keep fighting and keep birdieing and just putting the pressure on, even though I was so far back. And so after that 7, we ended up playing 24 holes after that, because after the final 9, Ricky and I ended up tied. And today's the first time I actually looked back on it since the tournament, and it's been about 36 hours, or maybe about 48 hours, somewhere around there. It's the first time I look back, and I actually shot 20 under in the final 24 holes with a bogey in the final 9. I don't think I could ask for a better way to finish a tournament than the way I did, and just the raw emotion that was put out there. I can't wait to honestly watch some film, because it was the most intense disc golf I've ever seen and been a part of. don't know. I'm still in shock the way that it went down.
And what is this victory to you? What does it mean?
It's just a huge mark in history. The only other person to win 3 in a row was Ken Climo, and he went on to win 9 in a row. And 3 world titles is a spot that only 2 people before me have ever been, and that's Nate Doss and Climo. And you know, just to be a part of something that only 2 people have ever done, and a part of something that Climo has only ever done, is just it's insane to think about. And to be able to have 3 world titles at the age of 24 is way more than what I could have ever asked for. But I've been working hard to accomplish it, and it's nice to see the hard work paying off. And it's honestly gonna push me to play harder, just to chase Climo. But I know everyone who plays this sport who wants a world title dreams about taking down his record, or just winning a world title in general. So it means a lot to me, and I know it means a lot more to the sport.
And Ken Climo has also walked away with a win. What did he win?
He won his 2nd Masters world champion title. He ended up beating Barry Schultz by, I think, 1, and he had to come back also in the final 9 to take down the victory.
So we had how many Innova players walking away with first place at this Worlds?
I believe every men's division was won by an Innova player except for the senior legends, but that's because no senior legends player is sponsored, I believe. And I'm pretty sure there's a few in the women's. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't really pay attention to all the divisions.
And now that this tournament's over, what is your next tournament?
Take the week off. Well, not a week off. Take the weekend off from tournaments, and then head to the Hambrick sometime next week. Start preparing for that, and then New York the following weekend, and then it's a pretty lengthy break until the USDGC. But that's one I'm yet to win. I'm really determined to win, and after that final round last year, I think I finally figured out what I need to do on that course, and it's just attack it and not, take the blows. It's not beneficial when you play a layup game and you still make mistakes, because now you're getting double penalized because you're way out of place on that course. So this year I'm really going to attack that course. I could have 3 hot rounds and 1 terrible round, or I could have 3 terrible rounds and 1 hot round, but I already got my game plan laid out for USDGC. It's written down, sitting in a book until after these next few tournaments, but it'll definitely be a new way I'm playing the tournament this year. Currently planning our next trip. We have the Brent Hambrick Memorial in Columbus, Ohio. So I'm looking up hotels for that, and then just planning how long the drive is, which it'll be 13 to 14 hours depending on traffic, it says. And then I am currently looking at hotels in New York now for the Rochester Open. The name changed, so I don't know exactly what it's technically called now. So we just got a 2-week trip that we're planning to the 2 NTs, Columbus, Ohio, and Rochester, New York. And then we're headed straight back here to start working and training for the USDGC, and then also looking up hotels for that. So just planning out the little 2-week trip, and then start looking ahead to USDGC after that. And pretty much it. Shirtless because we're about to start a workout. Start getting on that train again now that we're back in Central Oklahoma. And Yeah, it's pretty much how this morning started so far. It's hot outside, that's for sure. I'm scared
What's it
to
out
go
out
outside
there?
and practice. Yesterday it was 105, 103, which is not bad when you get to go in the pool. But we get to go practice disc golf today. So, kind of curious how it's going to feel out there.
I just went to the car and it felt horrible.
Yeah, it's going to be horrible. Drank lots of water. Now that we got a new Huck Lab. Freaking kept ice in it all day. Didn't melt. Kayla used it for her volleyball game. Pretty impressive. Hydro flask. So, alright, yeah, I gotta finish looking up hotels for New York now, and then USDGC. So, pretty excited. The year's coming to an end. It's been a long year. A lot of traveling, and it's only gonna get more and more travels, the more and more we play.
And how many miles have we put on the car so far?
It's up to 40. The car's at 40. I gotta get my oil change today too. Can't forget that. The car's at, I think, 48,000 miles. I bought it last year in November with 10,010 miles. So we've put about 30,000+ miles on it this year. 30,000+, which is a pretty good number.
How many pairs of tires have we gone through?
One. We got 2 new back tires in GBO because they were dull, and then we had to get 2 new front tires in Oregon at Worlds because one of them had a huge tear in it. We ran something over. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't popped. They were still good, but one of them had a huge gaping hole in it, and it could have been bad if Cody didn't catch it.
Thanks, Cody.
Yes, Cody did a lot at Worlds. A lot more than we could ever ask for. He even washed the car, detailed it, which it looked pretty nice. It looked pretty nice.
Now it's dirty and disgusting after our 28 to 30 hour drive.
28+ hour drive. Yeah, now it's full of dust, and it was full of dust at Worlds because we had to drive into dirt parking lots, but it's even worse now. So
With all our bug collection on the front.
it's not as bad as when we went up north and headed through. That was pretty bad. That was bad. But yeah, now I just gotta find these hotels. I actually gotta find where the disc golf course is and look as close as possible. So that means I gotta open up another page, get this stuff out. So yeah, it's a typical morning of non-tournament disc golf.
So where are we at right now?
Columbus, Ohio at the Brent Hambrick Memorial. This is the west course, I believe. That's the permanent over there. This is the west, the temporary side.
This is the diet here. Wings, spaghetti, and cheesy pretzels.
Gotta get those carbs with the spaghetti. It's got carbs, man.
of the Columbus Flyers Disc Golf Club and their membership, all our supporters, all our volunteers, I present to you the 2014 BHMO Open champion, Paul McBeth.
All right, first off, I gotta thank everyone that helped Paul out. Came out and worked on this course. I got here Wednesday and I saw people out here working, which is pretty rare this year to have the course up that early. So I appreciate it, you and all your staff. And let me just thank some sponsors. Innova Champions, Grip Bags. They've been with me for years now, so I need to give them a shout out. And everyone that came out and watched in the rain. I know none of us wanted to be there, and you guys were out there cheering us on and watching us throw it all over the place. So thank you guys for watching, and all the spotters. I know I didn't want to be out there. I don't know how you guys did it. So thank you guys for coming out. Everyone I played with, it was fun. So thank you.
You